directing this film, and how much more of a challenge is it to direct this kind of big-time film?
Well, you know, when you write something, you can just do anything that you imagine because you're just writing it. When you go to direct it, you have to lose your mind. You have to be insane. You have to be crazy to think you can actually do this. Right. So luckily, I'm pretty crazy.
Okay. What made you come up with this GEOSTORM idea?
Well, you know, I think there had been some very interesting movies done about natural disasters and seeing them kind of on steroids. But with the advent of the science of geoengineering, where we're starting to now tamper with weather, I started to say to myself, what would that look like when we start to have these kind of disasters after we've put our finger where it doesn't belong?
Right.
And so I think visually that's what separates us. These are really unnatural disasters, disasters that can't happen in reality. And hopefully that's the signature that makes this different than others.
Right. Have you heard of Cat 5? It's kind of coming out in production? A friend of mine's working on that, and they're doing a lot of the FX. How did you meld the practical effects and then the special effects together? How was doing both of those together?
Well, you know, we live in a time where you can do almost anything that you imagine. It's really about money. But I come from the old school, you know. When I started in film, we had a crank and a little thing, film. Did you ever hear this in film? So we used to, you know, use old-fashioned techniques. So I like to actually blend an old-fashioned technique with a modern technique, and I think sometimes that's the best result.
That's awesome. What's your next project now?
Well, I have a new film coming out in February, starring David Tennant and one of the actors from this movie, Robbie Sheehan, called Bad Samaritan, and I'm very, very proud of it.
That's awesome. You're doing a great job, man.
Thanks.
Big fan of yours, and good luck to you with all your projects.
Appreciate it.
Take care.